So stop waiting around for a narcissist to grow up, because the older a narcissist gets, the worse they get. That's what we're tackling today in the video, y'all. Waiting around for your narcissistic partner or ex or whatever, whoever they are in your life, to grow up and change their behaviors. Maybe when they get 25 or 30, the brain doesn't fully develop until they're 25. Well, your husband's 47. Well, 25 in dog years. You see what I'm saying? But this is literally what we're talking about today, y'all. How narcissistic people, toxic people, never ever get better with age as they grow up. Well, most of them. Let's keep it hot and ready, y'all. Most narcissists don't get better with age. And when I say the word most, I don't need y'all hopping in my comment section saying, well, Lee, or just like, Lee, you gave me hope that my partner's going to change their behaviors, that they're going to grow up and be better, that they're going to change and do all this and do all that. I'm like, look, I didn't say that. You didn't hear me say that either. Now, did you? No. Good. We got it. But this seriously out, because a lot of people will take it that way, right? There's a lot of people out there that will hear me say like that most narcissists never get better with age. Take that and run with it like it's the gospel. Like, okay, Lee gave me hope. He said most, not all. So maybe my narcissistic partner will fall into the most category, not the every single one of them category. No, y'all, don't stick around waiting for them to grow up. Ask yourself, if you've already given this person like 5, 10, 15 years to change their behaviors, to grow up, because they've been acting immature, because they've been treating you horribly for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. What makes you think that they're going to change their behaviors now? Because false hope, misplaced hope is a dangerous thing, y'all. Dangerous. And I'm not even joking. Misplaced hope is a dangerous thing, because so many people get caught up in it. So many people get tied up in this space right here where they think this is like, if I keep hoping or I keep praying, or if I just stay strong, if I stick around, that they're going to change their behaviors for me, that they're going to be better for the kids, that they're going to be better for this, be better for that. No, y'all, it does not work that way. I promise you. Once they get set in their ways, even non-narcissists, once they get set in their ways, this is who they're going to be. And this is not me trying to be like, well, no. Once they get set in their ways, this is who they're going to be. You probably have an older grandparent that is just set in their ways, that refuses to take accountability, that refuses to do anything outside of what makes them comfortable. You probably have a parent just like that, right? So in that space, when you're dealing with somebody that has that mindset, you probably understand exactly what I'm saying, right? You understand exactly what I'm saying, that they don't get better with age. And a lot of times they get nastier, because the aging narcissist is afraid of passing away, right? Like when a narcissist is young, a narcissistic person is younger, they don't think about it. That doesn't cross their mind. Like, oh, okay, I'm cool. I'm going to live forever, right? You're doing all kinds of things. They're going above and beyond. They're risk takers, right? They're jumping out of airplanes. They're doing whatever, right? Not every single one of them. But as they get older, and they might lose someone close to them, or like somebody close to them might pass away, or whatever the case may be, get hurt, get injured. Now that fear starts to kick in. Now, when they get older, they start to treat you differently, because they feel like they haven't accomplished everything that they've wanted to in life, right? So in this situation right here, because they feel like they haven't accomplished everything, they're going to start taking it out on you. Because they're going to blame you for holding them back. Blame you for having kids or getting them pregnant. Blame you for them not taking that job. Blame you for them not graduating high school or college or whatever. Blame you. It's all going to somehow wrap back around and absolutely be your fault. And that sucks when you're dealing with somebody like this. That sucks when you're trying to make sense of everything with a person like this, right? It really, really does. Because this person is not going to change their behaviors overnight. Like, this is absolutely who they're going to be. And it absolutely sucks when you as a human being are trying to make sense of it all. You're like, man, what the hell is going on here? Like, can I, like, please, like, you telling your friends, you telling your family members that your partner is like a baby in a grown person's body, like a toddler in a grown person's body. And they'll be like, just give him time. You know how it is. You got to give him time to grow up. You got to give him time. How much more time are you willing to give them? Right? Because you get to a certain point where you're going to feel like you're wasting your time. And time is a limited resource. Like, time is unreplenishable. I let you know, Father Time is undefeated. right? Father Time about knocked me out the other day. I pulled my hamstring out there running on the track. Oh, 40, I'm 40. But that's neither here nor there. I say all that to say this, y'all. When you're dealing with somebody who doesn't put you first, when you're dealing with somebody who doesn't seem to care about how you feel or what you're going through or what you're processing, even if they're 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, what are you telling yourself that makes you think that this person is going to do anything differently? What are you telling yourself in your mind that is making you think that this person is going to somehow flip the switch and treat you better because you love them, because you go to church, because you pray for them? That doesn't mean, like, faith without works is dead. You have the faith. They're not putting the work in, right? You can have all the faiths in the world, but if they're not putting the work in, what are we doing here? You see what I'm saying? Because in the mind of a narcissist, I'm always going to put myself first. I really, really am. Even the older I get, the more selfish that I can become. Yes, I have a fear of being alone. Yes, I have a fear of getting sick. Yes, I have a fear of getting hurt. Yes, I have all these fears that are absolutely palpable fears, right? I have all these fears. But it's just like in my mind, I just feel like I don't want to go away. So I'm going to start acting irrational. My behaviors are going to get worse when I actually have the resolute fear of passing away. When I have the resolute fear of death or just getting older or just, just not being here anymore. Just like, seriously. So why would I change my behaviors for the better? I know some people are just like, well, Lee, that means you should change it. If you have a fear of passing away, you need to get right with the Lord. I am getting right with the Lord. I'm just telling you, most narcissistic people don't feel the need to do that. Because why would we? If we have people that we feel like are going to always be around us, then hell yeah, we're always going to do what we want to do. We're going to behave how we want to behave, even if it's outside the parameters of like normal behavior. Seriously, even if that's outside the parameters of normal behavior, I'm still going to do it because it benefits me. You see what I'm saying? But this is what you have to deal with. This is what you have to deal with when you have a narcissistic, abusive person in your life that is refusing to hear you through, that is refusing to change their behavior, that is refusing to grow up in any way, shape, or form. They're just putting it straight. They're just telling you straightforward that I'm not going to change who I am to fit anyone else. So if you want change, then you have to seek it elsewhere. And they'll threaten you and they'll tell you to leave. But then you leave, they'll lose their damn minds. I had a woman the other day, I did a one-on-one with, right? I still do those over Zoom, mentalhealness.net. And she was saying that she was in her, like, literally about to get divorced in her late 60s. She was like, yeah, he never thought I was going to leave. And I'm just tired. She's like, he's grumpy. He's angry as hell. He's getting physically abusive. Like, he didn't used to be physically abusive. Now he's throwing things at me. Now he's putting his hands on me. He's trying to put his hands around my throat. I'm divorcing him. And he's angry as hell that I'm divorcing him. He's like, how you going to let me go through this by myself at the end of my life? How you going to let me do this? How you going to do this to me? Still about him. He's making it about him on the way out. Even on her way out the door, he's making it about him. What if I get sick? What if I do this? She's like, well, you are on your own. You should have thought about that before you started being physically abusive. You should have thought about that before you made me be physically abusive. You made me do this. You made me do it. Still blaming her to the very end. Like, she's on her way out the door and he's still putting it onto her. And he's just thinking that will work because it has before, trying to make her feel guilty and things like that. That's what ends up happening. Like, narcissistic people take their fears and their anger, their internal fears and their internal anger, they take it out on you. You will feel the wrath of an aging narcissist. That's just the way it goes. And again, this is not me just trying to make it be all Mr. Doom and Gloom, because that's not what I'm all about. But this is what happens. Like, they do not get better as they get older. Most don't. There's on the off chance that you have a narcissist who's not full blown down the spectrum psychopath. On the off chance, could they go to therapy and absolutely work on themselves? Yeah, I'm not putting it past some people, but don't let the fact that I said that make you stay longer. Because ask yourself this right here. Seriously, ask yourself this question right here. Before you decide to stay, before you decide to take some type of hope from this video, ask yourself this question right here. What has this person done in the past that has shown you that they can be consistent with anything other than consistently abusive or neglectful? Seriously, consistent. And when I say consistent with something, it has to be something that doesn't benefit them directly, something that benefits somebody else. When have you seen them do something consistent to better the world around them and not for selfish reasons. Well, lately I watched them give to charity. Okay, cool. This is amazing. But most times they're doing it for themselves to get a high off of it, right? They're getting narcissistic supply by donating to charity and some things like that. So that's something you have to consider, y'all. When you're dealing with this type of person, somebody has this type of mentality and whatnot, they don't get better as they go. They get nastier, like, because they feel like they're losing their looks. They feel like they can't get the narcissistic supply that they used to get. They're going to start losing their minds. I promise you. Once they feel like the narcissistic supply that they used to get is gone, or they can't get it as frequently as they used to, they're going to lose their minds. And they're going to start being angry. And they're going to try to flip to getting supply from being torturous or sadistic. Yeah, there are some narcissists who start being torturous and sadistic to their partners or their kids or whoever it is around them, their caretakers, because that's how they get supply now. They become damn near evil to get narcissistic supply from whoever it is around them. So if you're around a narcissist and you're dealing with this type of person, just be careful, y'all. Anyways, y'all, who made it to the end of this video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Mentalhealness.net for all things Lee Hammock, one-on-one coaching, support groups, all that other stuff, y'all. Mentalhealness.net. Hit the subscribe button and I'm out. Peace.